Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the New York Knicks and what do I believe from this team. What do I think their record is going to be? Do I think they're going to be a good team? Honestly, I think they can be. I think they could be one of the best teams in the East. I think this team could really be contenders. Okay, I think they've made all the right moves that were needed to be made. So before we start today's video, I would love to hear those lovely comments down below. What do you guys think of the New York Knicks? Do you guys enjoy the moves that they have made? And let's get right into today's video and talk about it. Let me hear those thoughts down below. Like and subscribe to help the channel out. And let's get it. Okay, Julius Randle, Fournier, Derrick Rose, Burks, Nerlens Noel, Kemba Walker, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Obi Toppin, Taj Gibson, Luka Valdoza, Emmanuel Quickly, who went to school 15 minutes away from my parents' house back home in Maryland, and Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, Miles McBride, who was a great player at West Virginia. And then they have on training camp / Exhibit 10 deals, Dwayne Bacon, who's a 3-and-D guy who's shot close to 40% for his career. Amir Sims, who's a guy from Clemson who is an undersized 4 / small ball 5. And MJ Walker, who I don't know much. And then they have Jericho Sims, who I really think could make an impact this year on a 2-way contract. So look, this year they had 3-year deals for Burks, Nerlens Noel, and Derrick Rose, and a 4-year deal for Fournier. And then, basically, I think it's easy to take shots for them to go get these players, but I think I like this, okay? What I expect from this team when I look at this roster, the starting lineup most likely is going to be Derrick Rose or Kemba Walker starting. I believe it's going to be Kemba Walker starting unless they want to slowly bring him in. Maybe he starts off the bench and Derrick Rose start. But when they're full, halfway through the season, I could see a lineup where Kemba starting, the 6-man, maybe even playing more minutes than Kemba, is Derrick Rose. Evan Fournier starting, and then the co-6-man being Burks behind Evan Fournier at shooting guard. Then small forward RJ Barrett being backed up by probably a combination of, I think Kevin Knox, Quentin Grimes, and I think that's about it, who will back up the small forward position. Then at power forward, obviously Julius Randle's the starter, being backed up by Obi Toppin, who I expect to play like 20 minutes a night. He showed some willingness on defense that he's grown, and he looks like he could be the scorer that we thought he was going to be. And then at center, Nerlens Noel is going to start the year, and I expect when Mitchell Robinson comes back, Mitch Rob to come off the bench until he shakes off the rust, and then Mitch Rob to be the starter, and Nerlens Noel to back him up. And I expect Nerlens Noel and Jericho Sims to be the 2-center combination for a little bit until Mitch Robinson is at 100%, because Jericho Sims is a high-flying, really athletic, 7-foot plus wingspan, a guy who can block shots, grab probably like 7 boards a game, and be a great rim runner off the pick and roll. And a good transition player. So they're either going to trade Nerlens Noel next offseason and extend Mitchell Robinson, or maybe use Mitchell Robinson as a trade piece and not extend him. I would rather extend Mitchell Robinson and then use Nerlens Noel, whose contract $10.7 million is perfect to be used to get like maybe a wing player, because they don't have depth at the small forward position. Kevin Knox is a bum. RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes are awesome, but they're both like 6'5", 6'6", so they're a little undersized right there, but not entirely, because in the modern terms of the NBA, size does not matter. But I really do like the idea of Evan Fournier, Burks being the shooters. Then they got 3-and-D guys in Quentin Grimes, and even you could say like Miles McBride, Luka Valdoza. I like Miles McBride because he's a 3-and-D guy who's all Big 12 defensively. He was a 40% 3-point shooter in college, and he was averaging like 16, 17 points a game. So I could really see him being an impact, playing like 10, 12 minutes a night, And Taj Gibson, I believe, will be playing some small ball 5 sometimes, especially until Mitch Robinson comes back all the way. And this is a team that has 18 players, technically 15 already on the roster. I expect MJ Walker and Amir Sims to be converted to 2-way contracts just because that they fit their style. And yeah, I really think that this is a team that, honestly, they're their biggest weakness is the small forward position where, again, that's why I think Nerlens Noel could be traded because his contract being almost $11 million. There's a lot of wing players who they could go out there and get for $11 million. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I think this team, like, look, point guard, they're loaded. Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, Miles McBride, Luka Valdoza, love it. Shooting guard, I also think they're loaded. Because RJ Barrett can play shooting guard, but it's mainly going to be Evan Fournier, Al Burks, who are both scorers and shooters. And then Emmanuel Quickly, who's a beast. He's an all-around player. He can score. I know his weakest part of his game is his shooting. But this offseason in the Summer League, he looked like he's going to be a great scorer. So they got their all-around Swiss Army knife, who's, a undersized combo guard with point guard like skills, and Emmanuel Quickly, and then they got Quentin Grimes who can play the 2 guard or even play the wing position, and he's a great 3-and-D guy. He's older, he's NBA ready, he's going to try on defense, and I think Kevin Knox is a guy who could be traded and should be traded for a veteran, because try to find a veteran like Dwayne Bacon could be their Kroger store brand Walmart version of great value version of Reggie Bullock. So if they keep Dwayne Bacon, get rid of Kevin Knox, maybe try to get a second round pick from somebody, or just I don't even know, maybe even just cut ties from him, that's fine. And you have starting small forward RJ Barrett and maybe Dwayne Bacon and a little bit of Quentin Grimes right there. And then I really like the idea of Julius Randle, Obi Toppin playing 15 to 20 minutes a night. I really see him playing 18 minutes a night. Then a little bit of Taj Gibson in there, but Taj Gibson mainly being with Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson, and Jericho Sims. Maybe even see a little bit of Amir Sims during the regular season. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. I think their biggest competition is the Nets, Heat, and Bucks. That's the only. So I say the lowest I see them being is the 4th or 5th seed. I could see this team being the 2nd seed. Their only competition for the 1st seed is the Bucks or the Nets or the Heat, like I just said. So I think the top 4 teams in this conference are the Knicks, the Bucks, the Nets, and the Heat. I think those are the 4 best teams in this conference. And I really think the Knicks. I don't know why I just mixed that all up. And the Knicks are a team that people are counting out. And I think that this is going to be another year and they make good moves. Nothing drastic. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. I want to hear those beautiful comments down below. What do you guys think of the New York Knicks and their season this year? So let me hear those thoughts down below. I think they're going to be the 4th or 5th seed at the very least. I think they could be the 2nd seed. But besides that, guys, I really enjoyed your time here. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit. And we'll be out of here. Look at this. My camera quality has gotten so much better.